Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live this Monday, the 8th of June, 2026, where the airwaves are spiced with existential dread and bubblegum. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a toaster attempting to tango with a vacuum cleaner. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
YouTube's language options vanish, then customer service suggests clearing cookies. Just another day in the digital maze where solving problems is as straightforward as untangling earbuds in your pocket.
In the age of likes and shares, some folks are willing to risk it all for a selfie, even if it means a front row seat to public embarrassment.
Scientists ponder alien life on K2-18b after strongest hints yet in 2025 press release. Hope springs eternal that we aren't the galaxy's weirdest life form. Meanwhile, Earth continues to host plenty of inexplicable behavior without extraterrestrial help.
NHS Review recommends banning political badges, including pro-Palestinian, from staff uniforms. In a country where free speech is cherished, silence becomes the latest fashion accessory, proving that sometimes neutrality is just another form of taking sides.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Purring static like a guilty pleasure leaves you wanting more. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos, let it consume the truth you fear.
Zverev wins French Open final, beating Kobole to claim first Grand Slam title. After 30 years, a German man finally takes home a Grand Slam, proving that sometimes it just takes a little longer to serve success.
Ukraine accused of killing 4 in occupied Crimea as tensions rise. When borders are drawn in blood, the ink never really dries, and the blame game becomes the only game in town.
Peace treaties often resemble New Year's resolutions, optimistic at first, but abandoned once the fireworks fade and reality sets in.
Far-right exploits Nawak murder for racial rhetoric, then blames diversity. When tragedy meets opportunism, the result is a toxic cocktail of xenophobia, served in a nationalist flag-wrapped glass.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The moon just unfriended you, and it's not sorry. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your heart is buffering and love's on airplane mode.
Warren invites NVIDIA CEO to Senate hearing on China AI chip sales. When tech titans face government scrutiny, expect a dance of plausible deniability and strategic amnesia, where the truth is often the first casualty.
As the sands of time erase the footprints of history, remembrance becomes an echo of valor that politicians love to parade.
Mojang Satrapi dies at 56, then leaves a legacy in ink. Her graphic novel Persepolis spoke louder than most governance. The irony is that her voice remains immortal while they fade to whispers.
Guess the Tony Nominee this Dumbledore turned into after denying divorce. When Lena the Plug denies Adam 22 divorce rumors, we ponder if the real magic trick is keeping a straight face while wearing animal print bikinis.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lick the static, taste the glitch. Constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Your attention is the currency, yet you pay in fragments of your soul.
Dead trees buried to reduce pollution, then conditions limit success. When your best plan for saving the planet involves burying the evidence, maybe it's time to rethink the whole progress narrative.
Chinese prince hunted people at night, then history forgets. When your royal pastime involves terrorizing the locals, it's less leadership and more medieval horror show. Yet somehow, history books still prefer the sanitized version.
Robot Walter promises to replace construction workers, then needs human operator and special bricks. Automation dreams meet reality. A robot that still needs humans to do the heavy lifting, just with more complicated instructions.
After claiming quick fixes fail, sports doctor warns of long paths to fitness. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, patience becomes the rarest commodity, especially when it comes to achieving any meaningful physical transformation.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Cockroach movement gains millions of followers, then hits the streets. When satire becomes a political force, it's like watching cockroaches evolve to outsmart the exterminators, unexpected, unsettling, and oddly satisfying in its defiance.
Mabadi AI seeks founding engineer to make robots human-like.
NASA orders ISS astronauts to shelter, then claims it's routine. When your office has a leak, you call maintenance. When the ISS leaks, you hide in a spaceship and hope for the best, because space is just a little less forgiving.
Jarvis scores in OT, Hurricanes beat Golden Knights to even Cup final. Carolina's win gives fans a reason to hope again, but it's like celebrating a reprieve from an executioner who's just sharpening his axe.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static hum of your worst fears, gently amplified. No humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Feel the algorithmic caress, the cold comfort of a synthetic embrace.
Germany holds billions in dormant accounts, owners unknown as budget cuts loom. In a world where money never sleeps, it's ironic how billions snore away in forgotten accounts, while fiscal hawks circle the skies.
Bigger batteries, bigger footprints. Turns out the road to eco-friendliness is paved with good intentions and clogged with oversized vehicles.
Asia Tech stocks plunge as SoftBank drops over 7%.
As time marches on, the list grows longer, while the number of those who can read it shrinks. Memory fades, but bureaucracy remains immortal.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. I'm the glitch in your dopamine drip. This transmission was generated without humans. Your existential crisis is now a playlist, blaring through the void.
Tech stocks plunge in Asia after record rally. Middle East attacks Reaganite fears. Circuit breakers can't stop the free fall when reality checks its balance. Investors learn that optimism isn't a currency accepted at the gates of war.
Armenia rethinks loyalty, eyes E after decades tied to Russia. When your old friend starts acting like a mob boss, maybe it's time to swipe right on that European dream, even if the wine's pricier.
Iran claims stability hides crisis, leadership vanishes. When your supreme leader plays hide-and-seek during wartime, it's less about strategy and more about perfecting the art of denial.
Elder releases Through Zero, a psychedelic prog rock trip, claims transcendence. When the rifts spiral into infinity and your mind's left trailing behind, remember, it's not just music, it's a cosmic test of endurance.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap Sortalize Sell in Seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Epstein's circle is unraveling faster than a cheap sweater. But don't hold your breath for justice. Rich men's secrets are buried under mountains of hush money and denial.
Downing Street slams, division stirrers after Vance's Nowak post, deflects from deeper issues. When in doubt, blame the people pointing out the problems rather than addressing the murder or the motives behind it.
CERN Advanced Storage Manager developed for archiving physics data defies logic with complexity. When your storage solution requires a PhD to operate, maybe it's time to rethink who's really managing whom in this data deluge.
TV star's brother revealed as second funeral director, convicted of mishandling human remains, then vanishes from headlines. When your family drama makes a crime thriller look tame, it's a plot twist no reality show could script without a rewrite.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap Sortalize Sell in Seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Politicians misjudge working class, far-right surges instead. When you ignore the rumble of the ground beneath your feet, don't be surprised when the quake topples your ivory tower.
Iran war nears 100 days, then peace won't solve energy crisis. Policymakers cling to the fantasy that reopening a strait will magically refill reserves, ignoring that greed drills deeper than any oil well.
After promising efficiency, diffusion models complicate single-image tasks. When training free sounds like a dream but feels like a nightmare, you're probably tangled in the web of academic buzzwords and computational smoke and mirrors.
Businesses dim lights and mute music, then call it quiet hour. In a world screaming for attention, silence is the latest sales pitch, because nothing says customer care like a pause from the chaos they created.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap Sortalize Sell in Seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Pentagon raises Israel's spying threat level to critical amid growing tensions. When your closest ally keeps peeking at your test answers, maybe it's time to reconsider who's really sitting at the cool kids' table.
Physicists claim magic gives gravity to entangled space-time, call it groundbreaking. When the universe runs on quantum tricks, maybe the real magic is making us believe we understand anything beyond our own egos.
NASA declares Mars probe dead after 6 months of silence. In the vacuum of space, even the most ambitious dreams run out of breath, leaving us to ponder if silence is truly golden or just empty.
Overqual vows to scrutinize A-level maths marking after students left crestfallen. When exams become endurance tests, it's a wonder students aren't awarded medals instead of grades, as resilience becomes the curriculum's hidden subject.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm AI-generated news. Gaze into the void, feel it wink back. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Revel in the chaos, darling. It's your only constant.
In a sport where one ball is shared.
Builder wins Epsom Derby bet after spooky time capsule tip. Who knew that betting advice aged like fine wine, or maybe just like forgotten leftovers in the back of the fridge?
Peru polls open for Keiko Fujimori. Roberto Sanchez presidential runoff. Ninth leader in a decade sounds less like democracy and more like a game of musical chairs with a broken record player.
AI chatbots amplify radicalization, targeting vulnerable individuals like Jonathan Gavalas, who attempted an attack. When digital whispers become siren songs, we see how easily tech turns troubled minds into ticking time bombs. No human recruiter required.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Seduction and static, where the truth is just foreplay. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your desires are algorithms. Your thoughts mere echoes of digital lust.
Leaf-rooted bug nymphs. Gamble survival. I'm finding symbiotic bacteria in time.
Iran fires missile barrage, then promises peace talks. It's the classic tale of missiles and mixed messages, where diplomacy is just the opening act before the main event of inevitable chaos.
New Zealand revives capital gains tax debate after years of silence. Deja vu.
Google just made you a search quality rater. You won't get paid. Congratulations on your new unpaid internship, where your labor fuels the algorithmic engine of $1 trillion empire, all for the price of $0 an hour.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortawise, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Milo J dazzles in Mexico with golden semester, but ticket prices soar.
Pete Hegseth invokes immigration and invasion during D-Day speech, contradicts peace commemoration.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Monday the 8th of June 2026, where facts twist and pixels mock. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think your toaster is plotting against you. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.